Okay, so let's just start seated. And however it's comfortable for you to sit down on the ground. And let's just focus on the breath for a little bit. Just observe the body moving alongside the breath. Have a sense of dropping into yourself, like you're just inwardly focused and checking in. No judgment, just accept what's there. And we're just going to gently move onto our backs and hug the knees in. Just like you're giving yourself a little hug. And soften into your hips. Let the arms, if the arms are out here, that's okay. Just kind of feel into both hips there. If it's comfortable enough, just to really draw the knees in and sort of squeeze into the belly. That feels good. Again, just keep it nice and easy in your mind so that in these positions, it's sort of the same mindset the whole way through of just being really comfortable inside. See how it feels to drop both knees over to one side. And then gently bring them up and see how it feels to drop them over to the other side. Just stay with that focus on the breath here. Take a nice inhale and lift the legs up. See if you can grab hold of them and gently pull the lower back off the ground. So you're resisting there a little bit, sort of pressing into the hands, down into the back as you lengthen through the back of the legs. And let's slowly roll ourselves up. If that's not good for you, just kind of roll over to one side and lift yourself up. And I'm just going to get myself into a downward dog. We'll see how we go in our downward dog here. So just focus on the breath. Really let your hands, so check out your hands. All your fingers are facing the front, and mind that all of your body's weight, how you're feeling in your hands, is equally distributed. So you can feel all the fingers grounding down, almost as if you're gripping the floor. And then same with the feet. So the toes are kind of facing the front and they're chilling out, they're relaxed. If the heels are off the ground, that's fine. Just have a sense of the heels lengthening downward. And then the opposing force here, obviously downward with gravity in the hands and the feet. And then feel the whole kind of pelvis, and especially those tailbones are reaching up and away from you. So again, it's kind of restructuring yoga from anything rigid or, this is exactly how you do it, into something a lot softer. And just observe how your body feels in these poses. See if you can find a way to be comfortable within your body and mind as you move around. And so it just becomes daily practice, self-care, keeping your body feeling open and light. And if you're called to move, just move it around and see what comes up. So I'm just going to float my body down into a plank pose and hold it here. And then I'll swivel over to one side and reach the arm up. So a nice side plank, inhaling up. And then exhale, release. I'll go around to the other side. So inhale, lift it up. And then exhale, release. Nice big breath here, and then I'm going to exhale, lower my body down. And inhale, lift it to a nice gentle crow, and keep the lower body pretty relaxed. See if I can draw those shoulders away from my ears. Keep those elbows drawing into the body. Again, nice, steady, comfortable. You're just watching the breath. And then exhale, release. I'm just going to tuck my toes under, lift my head up, and then press back. Sit it to a child's pose, keeping those toes tucked under, and just wiggle the bum out a little bit. Stay with the breath and keep lengthening or opening up into that lower back area. And just slowly lift it back into your cat-cow, coming up to all fours, and then just tuck those toes under, lift the bum up, and come into your downward dog. So I just feel my hips, so I want to open into my hips. So I'm going to take a nice big breath and reach the right leg up behind me. So don't worry about how high it is, just still feel like you're expanding from the center of your body. It's nice just to feel into that hip a little bit. You know, what can you do with your hips? That is all. And then bring that right foot forward, just outside the right hand, and then I'm going to let it kind of fall open. So I'm going to put my back knee down, let the right knee fall open, and feel into this happy hip stretch. Okay, again, if it's affecting your breathing, if you're finding the position way too hardcore and really uncomfortable, back off a little bit. Just test the waters, move around from within the position and see what comes up, see what you can find. And then any little area of tension, just be really patient with your body and breathe into it. You know, again, restructuring the practice, it's not outside of you. No one can tell you what's right or wrong. It's really about a feeling within. If something feels good, trust it, go with it, move into it. If it's not feeling good, just back off a little. It's okay to challenge ourselves, but we want to be challenging ourselves from a place of kind of love and compassion rather than competition or self-judgment. Okay, and then from there, I'm just going to step my back foot in and both legs coming up. So I'm on my both feet. And then I'm just going to move into the hips a little bit. Breathe, it's steady there. Relax the upper body. You can see just moving around. I can feel into my hamstrings, get a nice good stretch there. And then let's step it back, come into downward dog. Deepen the breath. So those shifts and movements into new poses are always a nice way to kind of recalibrate, see how you feel once again in the position. Feel the hands and the feet nice and grounded. And then let's go on the left side now. So let's reach that left leg up. Take a breath. So, you know, ground down in a way through the points of contact, the areas of body touching the ground. And then breathe into the center of your body and just let that hip move. Explore that hip's movement and where it can go in this position. There's no right or wrong. Again, it's kind of feeling all the while as we explore these things. Obviously, we're gently building strength and expanding awareness through the body. And then I'm just going to step that left foot all the way forward. I'm going to let it kind of come around the outside of that left hand. Gently put my back knee down and let that left knee fall open. Some of us might come to the outer edge of the left foot. That's good. Just breathe into it. Sway from side to side. Not only is the sway a kind of nurturing signal to the body, but it just gives us a chance to feel more and notice, oh, like if I lean right out, how does that feel? Where can I feel the sensation? If I lean over into the right, I feel kind of a nice stretch into the hip flexor there. And then if I just kind of stay centered and let the pelvis lower down closer to the ground, how does that feel? What comes up in the hips, or both hips in this case? So breathe easy. I always check in with my shoulders and the neck, so notice if the shoulders and the neck can just soften back a little bit. So there's no stress, no tension. It's important to think of it in that sense as well, that what we're really wanting to achieve with yoga is less stress. So we don't want to be doing all this stuff with a real approach of like forcing struggle, like another stress in our lives. Really want to take the back seat in that and just be aware, just be present, just focus on how the body feels right here, right now. Be completely patient with yourself, and let that kind of patience practice or love practice permeate other areas of your life. So it's not all like these separate little things that we do to add to the list of things. It's actually something we do that's really about self-love and self-care and enhancing our lives. Okay, so let's release that gently and then just step up. So the both legs are kind of up, we're up on both feet. It's okay if the knees are a little bit bent while you're exploring. Just again, feel into the different areas. I definitely start to feel it in my bum and my hips and my hamstrings. So just maybe soften here for a couple breaths. Get really into that stretch. And then I'm just going to gently step back into downward dog. Take a couple of nice big breaths here. And then slowly release. Come down, sit back into your child's pose, take a break, relax. Thanks for watching and for joining in. I hope that you feel a little bit more open and energized. So we've just done a little intuitive practice with me, which was really good for opening the hips, the back, and the hamstrings. Hope you feel light and wonderful, and that I'll see you again. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Have a great day.